Today, November 30th, marks the end of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season, described by meteorologists around the world as historic. Our Desmond Saunders has this recap of this year's season from Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean.
With the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season now behind us, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean says this year's cyclone period has shattered previous seasons. There were 30 named storms this year, more active on record than 2005 with 28.
And out of those 30 named storms this year, we had 13 hurricanes and 5 major hurricanes. And the good news for us is that we were basically spared. We had one hurricane affected us. That was Isaias, which was back in late July, early August, which moved through parts of the Bahamas, but we came out faring fairly well.
The meteorologist agrees this year's hurricane season fails in comparison to last year's monumental cyclone period. Hurricane Dorian, the most destructive storm in the 2019 Atlantic hurricane season, inflicted its fury on Abaco and Grand Bahama. The Category 5 tempest inflicting billions of dollars in infrastructural damage, also leaving deep-rooted scars on the social fabric of the nation.
Last year we had some 18 named storms, so when you compare that with this year, we surpassed that by 12 named storms. So a very, very busy season for both years, but this year has just happened to be a record-breaking one.
Meteorologists around the world continue to track the movement of storms each year, with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicting that future hurricanes will grow in intensity.
The sea surface temperatures are much warmer than normal, and that was one of the major factors this year, which resulted in the record-shattering numbers. And the La Nina, which also emerged during mid and late summer, also facilitated the development of these tropical cyclones by reducing the wind shears that tend to shear off the tops of hurricanes. So the atmosphere was much more conducive for development of tropical cyclone this year as a result of the emergence of La Nina.
Protection against these monster cyclones remains a growing concern for local officials. The chief meteorologist is reiterating the call for a revision of the country's building code and policies for the erection of more resilient structures.
Coastal development is another area that we'll have to take into serious consideration, because the major impact from tropical cyclones are generally storm surge. And hence, if development is going to take place along the coastal area, then, of course, the way we engineer, the way we construct, the type of materials and what's not we use will all have to be taken into consideration. Personally, I think resorting back to stilts may be the way to go in terms of structures near the coast that will lead to less resistance from the storm surge, as the water will be able to pass freely underneath those structures.
Although the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season ends, meteorologist Basil Dean advises residents to remain vigilant as more activity could be brewing in the tropics. Desmond Saunders, ZNS Network News.